Hello! Hope you're having a beautiful day. Yesterday I did an introduction to goal setting. Today, as promised, we will touch on the goal about ourselves and strengthening the essence of who we are. Also, as promised, we'll start with a meditation so that we can go into this with a calm, clear mind. So sit up nice and tall with your shoulders relaxed and your heart open, legs relaxed, spine long, eyes closed, and gaze just slightly upwards under closed eyelids. And feel the sensation of your breath entering and leaving your body. Nice, full, deep breaths so the belly expands as you inhale to create lots of space for the breath to fill the lungs. And as you exhale, letting the air empty out of the lungs and the belly relaxing back in. See if you can feel the entire belly, spine, and rib cage expand outwards in all directions on the inhale. Relaxing back in on the exhale. Keeping your eyes closed. Keep your focus on the breath, feeling that expansion, listening to the sound of the breath. Creating the space for a moment to feel your fullness. All of the definitions that we put on ourselves, nothing has the greatest value as just being with who we are. Each definition is only one piece, one small facet. But feel the full essence of yourself. You can slowly open your eyes. Make sure that you have watched yesterday's intro to goal setting so that you know how to get started with our goals and getting all the materials. Today is a goal about our own selves, and this could be goals with personal development, with emotional, mental, spiritual development, how you relate to the world. It's not studying a specific discipline like science or stocks or pottery. It's just the bare essence of who you are, and it can be who you are in connection with what is around and outside of you. Hopefully you already started cutting out some pieces of paper from the magazines and choose which ones have to do with just yourself, and you can start gluing those down. What I did was made one side of the page the magazine cutouts, and then the other side has my goal. Leave some blank space in between each of the magazine cutouts, because if you fill everything in, then you don't leave space for other surprises to come into life in the future. You want to think of this as a growing, living, expanding thing throughout your lifetime, and not implant everything right now that will be for the rest of your life, because there's so much more to come. The other thing is that make sure what you put on here is what you really want. Make sure that if you're putting people down, that they really look like the people that you're representing. Why? Because it's likely that these things will come true, and you want to make sure that you really, really want it. Then, when you write your goal on the other side, especially because this one is about you, pick your favorite color, colored pen. So mine was pink. And then I wrote this goal: by the end of 2017, learn how to control only holding my energy in me. The first thing you'll notice is that I kept the statement in a positive. So what I didn't say was that I'm going to stop letting other people's energy enter into my being, because the mind focuses on the individual words. It doesn't focus on the negation word. And we want to keep our focus and our flow, going where the energy goes. And so we want to navigate where that energy is going. And then the other piece of that is a dual effect here. I gave a date of when I want that to happen, but this goal is slightly beyond my control from the way that I wrote it. And that's okay if you just recognize that you're leaving things up to the universe, per se, to make things happen in a certain way. But because I wrote the goal this way, I want to add some extra caveats on there that make it something that I can control, that I know that I can take action on. And then we leave the results to a higher power, the divine power, to God or source, whatever wording you like to use there. And so what I'm going to do is say that, I actually know this from experience, that when I practice my Kriya Yoga meditation technique, and when I do a couple other techniques that I've learned, that my energy is just completely mine, and I can send love to other people and healing energy, but I won't feel their energy within my body. And so if I just spend a few minutes before I go into a place where I'm going to be around other energies, then I create that separation without feeling disconnected from other people, because the heart can still be connected without absorbing what we don't want, what isn't ourselves. And then I also have a couple books from Marcy Calhoun, and I'm going to share an exercise from her. And she touches on that, on how to really tune into just having your own energy in you. That's really one of the essences of being ourselves, is really creating and following who we came in here to be and what is that design. The other thing that I can control is that I can do a one-to-one mentorship training with her, with Marcy Calhoun, so that she can really sit down with me specifically. And so I'm going to say that I'm going to reread her books by the end of the summer, those 2 books, and I'm going to schedule the one-to-one with her sometime in the fall or winter. So this takes also planning to have the money to be able to have that one-to-one time with her. So you see now I got specific as reading these 2 books by these 2 dates, getting enough money to pay for the private session with this person at this time. You can get even more specific than I did if you want, if that's going to be helpful for you. And I want to ask you all, while you're on here, if any of you already know what your goals are for your own personal development, and if you can share that. And if you're not sure yet, then just while we wait for anybody's responses, take a moment to close your eyes and think about what that is, about the essence of who you are and strengthening that. We're never changing ourselves. We're just tapping into the truest, purest, strongest aspect of ourselves that we want to focus on in this life. There's never anything wrong with us. It's just a matter of what are we tapping into? What are we recognizing? I actually believe that everything exists within us, and it's a choice as to which sides of ourselves we're going to be focusing on in every moment. When I've been in classes where they have told us to say, I am this or I am that, I am smart, I'm wise, I'm pretty, I am courageous, I am talented, I am loving, that all feels really wonderful. But then what I started to do was just say, I am Avital. And this comes from the exercise with Marcy that I'll do with you. I am Avital. And that felt even more empowering. It's much more powerful to be my full essence than to be limited to any one definition. All of those definitions are models that we've come up with from society. And so in a way, I feel like they are limited just by the nature of the fact that they are a definition and they're a perception of this world. So let me just open the document from I am And this is the one from Marcy Calhoun. And what you're going to do is fill in your own name. Notice when I say just my first name, Avital, and when I say my full name, first, middle names, I have 2 middle names, and last name. For those of you who don't like woo-woo stuff, then just hang in there while I do this, because it might feel a little woo-woo on the spiritual side, or just change the words to make it meaningful for you. It's nice if you can close your eyes so that you're not distracted by sight. Again, sitting up tall, repeating after me, but filling in the spaces where I say my name with your name. I have become Avital in my 16 bodies, my emotions, my mental bodies, and my spiritual bodies. I have become Avital Pearl Goffna Miller. I have totally become the powerful, clear and completed Avital Pearl Goffna Miller. Within me there is the totality of my essence of the whole, loving and healed Avital. I have been and have continued to become the true wholeness of Avital. I feel completed and whole as the centered, clear, sentient being of Avital Pearl Goffna Miller. I, Avital, have become a completed, healthy and whole, sentient being with a healed earth body and a whole earth being in all my 16 bodies. And I have been connected to the divine. I, Avital Miller, have trusted to my divine greater mind, and it has completed Avital. I have become Avital Pearl Goffna Miller. I, Avital, have believed and trusted in all I have become. It has been created. It is already done. It is manifested. Stay there with your eyes closed and with your specific goal in mind. Visualize that. Imagine how you will hold your body with that being a true reality. And remember that it's already true. You're just relearning to tap into it. How would you move your body? What would you say? What would you think? What would you feel? What would you attract around you? Stay with that visualization for as long as you'd like. When you're done with the visualization, what you can add to your notebook on the next page, after the magazine cutout and after your goal, You notice I left blank space on the goal page so I can add more goals in time. But on the next page, what you can do is actually write out the description of who you are, who you embody, how you live in this world, what's important to you. Write as much as you'd like there. Then tomorrow, we will tap into relationships with others. So today, the self, tomorrow, others. Thank you so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful rest of your day. See you at noon tomorrow, Pacific time. Bye-bye.